It was a busy day of cleanup for people in one South Santa Rosa County neighborhood. Heavy winds from last night toppled boats, RVs, trailers, and trees in the Village Parkway neighborhood in Midway.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and WEAR's Brent Carney has been there all day, and Brent, the National Weather Service, also there inspecting damage earlier. Any conclusions? What do they say?
Bob, Sue, just a few minutes ago, the county actually told me and said that the National Weather Service said that an EF0 tornado touched down here in Midway last night. Now, just some stats that they were able to provide me was that the maximum wind speed of that tornado was about 84 miles an hour, and it was on the ground for about a minute. Driving through South Santa Rosa County, you'd never know a strong thunderstorm passed through the area until you drove through the Village Parkway neighborhood. The storm toppled RVs, trailers, fences. These homeowners nearly lost their boat.
At about 11:15, we heard the wind pick up a whole lot, really screamy. And then we heard that building fall on top of our roof, the other half of this building here. So it was quite intense, like a dump truck had dropped on the roof. And we just kind of sat it out, had water coming in the building from that roof in our bedroom. Started hauling stuff out of there, and when it finally stopped blowing and came out, looked around, and it didn't look no better at night.
Representatives from the National Weather Service were in the neighborhood surveying the damage. While some homes were hit hard, others directly across the street were lucky to only have a few branches in their yard.
I was not prepared for what I was about to see, And, and I kind of feel bad because, we're like, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And how'd your house fare? And I'm like, I had a plant fall over.
Scott said he and other neighbors checked on each other after the storm passed.
We, as neighbors, got out last night. We were soaking wet because it was still raining. I mean, after we saw what happened and heard, we all kind of came out just checking on each other.
Contractors were seen assessing damage and talking with homeowners about cleanup. Neighbors I spoke to are thankful no one was hurt.
Thankful we're alive and the Lord protected us through the tornado, because it could have been way worse. Things can be replaced, but not people.
And the cleanup effort is actually continuing as we enter into the evening hours here tonight. But for the most part, these neighbors are making great progress. When we arrived here this morning, there were several tree limbs scattered across the road. Boats were in other people's yards. RVs were in other people's yards, and those have since been cleaned up. So they're definitely making a lot of progress here. But again, the common theme that I'm hearing from neighbors is that they're just thankful that no one was hurt. Live in South Santa Rosa County, Brent Carney, WEAR News.